Along the shores of Rangiroa, one Mahi Mahi fisherman stands apart, Guy Boisson. His fishing exploits have gone down in island history. Guy Boisson has not only mastered the techniques of his ancestors, he's taken them one step further. He once caught 42 Mahi Mahi in one expedition. On average, Guy catches a dozen fish per day, but his record stands at 42. Evening falls. Guy makes his rounds of the top hotels. Time to sell the day's catch, 12 multicolored beauties. Tourists come from around the world to enjoy the island delicacies. Mahi Mahi can measure up to 5 feet and weigh some 30 pounds. They attain their full adult size by the age of 2. The reproductive cycle is short. Males live within an entourage of several females who lay eggs every 3 days. Less widespread than tuna fishing, the capture of Mahi Mahi is directly linked to tourist demand.
Mahi Mahi turn really fast, 360 degrees, and so I have to do the same, 360 degrees. While I'm harpooning, I have to do 3 or even 4 things at the same time. I steer the boat, I accelerate, I take my harpoon, and at the same time I have to watch the waves because we sometimes have to fish in very rough water. Well, that's 4 things at the same time, but anyone can do it. My specialty is speed, to catch the fish as soon as possible.
Guy looks to the skies for guidance. A group of birds direct him out to sea. The flutter of their wings indicate with precision the location of a school of fish. Mahi Mahi are surfing fish with a talent for riding waves. They prefer deep, agitated waters. The hunt is on, a delicate operation that requires split-second timing, speed and precision. The Mahi Mahi cut in and out of the waves, speeding up and slowing down. Guy waits for just the right opportunity, anticipating their every move. Mahi Mahi are agile and he might just miss his chance. The hunters chase the Mahi Mahi until their defenses are down, and then harpoon them. Guy's unrivaled success is due in part to his boat. It's small but powerful, with an outboard motor that's easy to handle in difficult situations. With a broomstick and an elevated control box, Guy is able to steer the boat with one hand and harpoon the fish with the other.
The guy's name who invented this kind of fishing is Leonard Dean. The first time he saw these fish, he was sitting by the sea, and he watched one disappear into the water. He decided to go in after it, and it was great. Then he thought of the harpoon. So he went home, he grabbed his harpoon and came back. He gave it a try, and it worked. He's the one who was the first to invent this fishing. Now it's really well known.
A local legend, Pepe Aro, otherwise known as Leonard Dean, invented the first pati marara in 1957. The rest is history. Leonard was also the first to harpoon a Mahi Mahi. He now lives in the Aru district of Tahiti. Pati mararas are one-man fishing boats. Although Leonard no longer hunts Mahi Mahi, he continues to make boats for islanders throughout Polynesia. Leonard is passing on a lifetime of experience to his sons, and together they keep the family tradition alive.
The day I invented the puti marara, I realized that with the boats that I'd been using, with boats that didn't have a stick, I realized that with a stick it was much better. You see, before, when I didn't have the stick, I could only catch 150 marara every night. And when I had the new boat with a stick, when I went fishing, I realized that I could double that. 300 a night. So then, all the fishermen came to see me the next day, and they asked me about the boat. They were all asking, what is this? What is this? I said, so I invented the puti marara with the handle of a broomstick. And they asked me to make some for them, and I did, for them and for us. Well, then, after that, 2, 3, 4 years later, I was fishing for tuna, and I saw someone chasing after a Mahi Mahi with a rifle. He was aboard a speedboat with a steering wheel. And I said to myself, now why couldn't I use the harpoon? I tried it. It was much easier. First day I went out, I had 3. The second, 16. Huh. It really was easier. So the guy I saw pushing the Mahi Mahi, he ordered a puti marara. I told him, if you don't have a puti marara, your fishing days are over. That's why we call it a puti marara. It's made for flying fish.
Polynesians are profoundly affected by their environment. Mahi Mahi disappear from the coast of Rangiroa in April, May and June. These are difficult months for island fishermen. During this period, Guy's fishing expeditions take him further and further out to sea. But his hard work and determination keep food on the table and ensure his family's well-being. Local songs regale legends of the past and above all, the adventurous exploits of Mahi fishermen, accentuating their courage and drive. This particular song tells of Guy Boisson and his hunt for Mahi Mahi. He has become an idol to aspiring young fishermen. Sunday is a day of prayer for the inhabitants of Rangiroa. It's a day to thank the gods of the sea and to ask for their guidance. On Sundays, Guy inspects his boat from head to foot. Maintenance and upkeep can mean the difference between catching a fish or being eaten by the waves. Everything has to be finely tuned for top performance. Guy's passion for hunting fish only increases with age. One man, alone, against the perils of the ocean. It's in his blood, and he'll probably never lose the temptation to grab his harpoon and head for the sea. These shark-infested waters are full of unseen obstacles. Rough tides, heavy undercurrents, and at times, aggressive sharks that steal the fruits of a long and arduous hunt. Early Polynesians told tales of a shark god named Kauhuhu, who lived inside a great cavern from which no one who entered ever emerged. There are few sea creatures that have fascinated the islanders as much as the shark. Guy has worked hard to master his profession, and he hopes to one day pass on his skills and experience to a new generation so that they too can continue the legacy.
Since I have 3 sons and a daughter, I hope that one of my boys, not all of them, will follow in my footsteps. Anyway, I'll teach him all my techniques, and just for him personally. Keeps it for himself, and he'll have a bright future. And anyway, we need fishermen. We don't have enough.
The fish are feisty today, and Guy sets out once again to test his skills and, who knows, to break his own personal record. To avoid its natural predator, the shark, the Mahi Mahi skims the surface of the waves rather than plunging deeply into the water. It is this natural defense reflex that allows Guy to harpoon the fish after a pursuit that can last for up to 4 minutes.
It's a beautiful way to fish. I really love it. And I'll do it for the rest of my life.